Do you know that Justice Binta Nyako handled Nnamdi Kanu's case for 10 years? It shocked you, Abi? But it's a fact. She handled his case for 10 years, and in these 10 years, there was no progress. Nothing. Until Omotosho came. And in just 2 months, you can imagine what Omotosho is doing. And you ask yourself, is it not the same court? My brother, my sister. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the 10 things that Justice Binta Nyako could not do under her 10 years as a judge under Nnamdi Kanu that Justice Omotosho now has done under just 2 months. And I'm telling you, you will be shocked. So hold on, grab your popcorn and your drink. You are in for a ride, because what I'm about to reveal to you, you have never heard or seen before. Number 1, arraignment but no conclusion. Since 2015 arrest and arraignment till now, till she left that case, no conclusion. After Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in October 2015, Justice Binta Nyako was assigned this case. For the next 9 years, listen, she never gave a final ruling on the core charges of treason or terrorism. Did you hear that? 10 years, no ruling, no judgment for or against, no bail, no acquittal, nothing. You just sit down on the case. You say he's guilty for terrorism, nothing. Treason, nothing. Let's go on. Number 2, denied bail multiple times without fresh evidence to do that. Even after Court of Appeal and Supreme Court interventions, she consistently denied bail motions, often with no new grounds from the prosecution. You saw that the prosecution wasn't objecting the bail. Also, you saw that there were enough grounds to grant a bail, but you still refused to grant a bail. And according to Nnamdi Kanu's lead lawyer, as at then, he made a statement, and I quote, he said, "The continued detention of our client is a violation of his fundamental human rights. We have presented every legal justification for bail, but the court appears to be immune to law and logic." This was Mike Ozekome as at then saying this on June 2023. Are you seeing her pattern? Calm down. We are just getting started. You will be shocked at all the things she couldn't do. She couldn't give judgment throughout these 10 years. And now number 2, she could not grant bail. Let's go on. Number 3, she ignored 2022 appeal court ruling. In October 2022, the Court of Appeal struck out all terrorism charges and ordered Kanu's unconditional release. Justice Nyako refused to comply, continuing with pretrial motions. Do you see? The Court of Appeal has granted release of somebody. Why is he still coming to your court? You still accepted the person in your court. These are part of the things she couldn't do. Follow rule of law. Nigeria has these laws, oh. They have all the laws. Go and check it. Every day they are making laws, but they cannot keep any of them. If you had insisted to comply with the appeal court, that you're not going to hear that case again, that the appeal court has ruled, that you rule, I don't think that man will still be coming to the court. But you are happy seeing him come to your court. You could not follow the rule of law by sticking to what the appeal court said. That's number 3. Let's go on. Number 4, she conducted secret hearings. She often held closed-door proceedings, citing national security while ignoring defense arguments for open justice. Are you forgotten that it was under her that we had this secret court and mass witness and everything that started trending then? It was under her now. Yes. It was a trend then. It was Binta Nyako's court that permitted all those things. We didn't hear of it before in this country. But when Nnamdi Kanu was under her court, we started hearing of this secret trial and other things. So she could not grant an open, fair trial to him. She could not. And these are among the things that she could not do under her tenure. Number 5, trial in absentia between 2018 and 2020. When Kanu fled after a military invasion of his home in 2017, Justice Nyako proceeded with trial in absentia despite defense protests over his disappearance being forced. You remember when Nnamdi Kanu Python dance happened and he had to run for his life and nobody knew where he was? You believe that this woman was still holding court case in her court. God. The heart of man. Oh. You wouldn't even ask, where is this man? Where is this man? Why did you go to his house? Why did you? What? No! I will try him. Whether he's alive or dead, I will try him. You didn't even know or care if he was alive or dead. You are still trying somebody in absentia. Let's go on. Number 6. No ruling on illegal rendition from Kenya in 2021. That's number 6. Kanu's extraordinary rendition from Kenya was internationally condemned, yet Justice Nyako never ruled on its legality or implications for the case. And according to Aloy Ejimako, his lawyer as at then, on July 2021, and I quote, "No law permits the Nigerian government to abduct anyone across borders without an extradition hearing. What was done to Nnamdi Kanu is a textbook case of extraordinary rendition. They kidnapped somebody and brought to your court." And I said it again, and I will say it. You cannot try a kidnapper's victim. The kidnapper is the criminal, not the victim. And they told you that this is a criminal offense because I was kidnapped. And you insisted on still trying me and telling the kidnapper to go. You could not rule on it. And I thank God that Kenya, of course, yesterday has just granted Nnamdi Kanu, victory for his kidnap. The court in Kenya has acknowledged that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. So you see yourself, you see your life. Oh my God. So these are things that she could not do. She could not rule this ruling that Kenya ruled. She was the one that was supposed to rule it years ago. Yes, you would have been a hero by now. The world would have sang your praise. Like the Kenyan High Court Judge, Justice Isi Mwite, that took all the kudos, but you could not rule it. He has ruled it now in Kenya. What's the difference? Is it not the same court that he's going? Let's go on. Number 7 that she could not do during the 10 years is disregarded Supreme Court spirit. While the Supreme Court ruled that trial could resume, it also acknowledged the illegality of the rendition. Nyako, however, acted as if nothing had changed and continued with the same pre-2021 posture. Let's go on. Number 8. She refused to step down amid allegation of bias. Repeated calls for her recusal were ignored until September 24, 2024, when pressure forced her to step aside. According to IPOB legal team in 2024 September, they said, "This trial cannot proceed before a judge that has serially violated the orders of superior courts and demonstrated open hostility to the defense." These are the words of IPOB legal team as at then. And I will add, it's very obvious that Nnamdi Kanu had to shout her down at a point and told her to her face, "See, madam, you cannot handle my case." you are biased. That this is not a court of law. This is a shrine of injustice. That is the exact words Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said.
You cannot be hobnobbing with lawyers, hobnobbing with justices, and you're proceeding a case. It's shameful. Absolutely shameful. Shameful. This is not a court of law. This is a shrine to injustice.
I played that clip once or twice on my channel where he said that. And because she had refused to by documents and papers presented to that fact. Because normally, any party to a trial can decide and feel that there's a bias in the judge will recuse himself. But she refused to. This woman said, Lila, you, we buy here. Is it this your case? I can't have for head like I don't know what she was benefiting from this case. It was so obvious that there was a benefit she was benefiting from this case. It was obvious. That is the past now. She finally had to bow. But she could not recuse herself except after pressure. Number 9. Held case file hostage until March 2025. After her recusal, the file was not reassigned for months, suggesting deliberate stalling. You will not believe it. So that was why it took months before Omotosho took over. Because she held the case file tight and refused to let it go. So you can see clearly that she could not allow justice to flow. These are the things obstructing justice. As a judge, you should not be doing this. You should not. Then number 10. No witness heard, no verdict delivered. In all those years, not a single prosecution witness was fully, cross-examined, and no judgment was ever given. Her court became a graveyard of adjournment upon adjournment upon adjournment, which we all know, very clear. Every day you adjourn, sometimes you adjourn even for 4 months. In a year, Nnamdi Kanu was going to court 2 to 3 times. Sometimes 2 times in a year. Court will close for vacation. Dump the man inside there. See all these things people are doing to Igbo. All these things people are doing to Igbo. Be very careful because you cannot erase the Igbo race. And tables do turn in life. You might think that you are in charge of Nigeria now, and the Igbos, you have relegated them to where in your mind though, because nobody can relegate the Igbos in this life. No country has succeeded in relegating Igbo people. But you think you want to relegate Igbos in Nigeria. Continue. But don't forget that tables do turn. Don't think that life is like that. Don't think. On the other side, you see these things that Justice Nyako did not do for 10 years. You will be shocked what I'm about to read to you now that Omotosho has done under 2 months. And you will ask yourself, for those who are doubting, maybe you will see it clearly that this was not just ethnically targeted, but a calculated plan to destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's life. Listen. Number 1 thing that Omotosho has done under 2 months. Omotosho started the case with immediate effect on March 21st, 2025. In less than 2 weeks after he was reassigned the case, Omotosho began proceedings. The court opened on March 21, 2025 with both sides present. So Omotosho immediately started the case without wasting time. The urgency he used to start. Let's go on. Number 2. Open court sessions. Omotosho declared an open court. No secrecy. Omotosho rejected secrecy. Every sitting was transparent, respecting the defendant's right to public trial. Let me quote Omotosho himself on March 2025. He said, "The court is not a secret tribunal. The accused has the right to be heard in public." Yes, that was Omotosho's word. You see the difference now? Check it now. You see? That's why you can see pictures and videos. You can see family members. You can see nephews, nieces, cousins. Everybody is coming to the court as a court should be. Did you ever see pictures from Nyako's court? Did you ever see? Did you see family members? Who did you see? That was a secret trial. Secret. Let's go on. Number 3. Omotosho allowed both defense and prosecution to present new documents and testimonies. You see? Binta and Nyako never allowed the defense to fight their case. Anything that they had to fight their case was always thrown away. So how was that transparency? That was not a court of law, according to Kanu. That was a shrine of injustice. But look at him. But look at Omotosho now. Open. Bring your evidence. Anything that I want to use to win your case or defend your case, bring it for me now. Let me see. Number 4. He allowed witness cross-examination. For the first time in nearly a decade, the prosecution witnesses were cross-examined under fair rules. Now, according to Barrister Maxwell Opara, he said, "We are finally seeing cross-examinations. That alone is progress." Even a lawyer acknowledged that Omotosho is making progress. Because when we stay here and we try to, be very fair to Omotosho, I might know that most of you, accept and acknowledge, but some few people will be like, they are still watching to know if you see truth, you just say it. We are here for the truth. The problem is that Nigeria is not truthful. But perhaps if there's anybody individually, not the country, that decides to be truthful, I will say it clear that this person, truthful person or transparent person. Omotosho is a transparent person. I don't know what he does behind my back. That's left for him and God. I don't know who he sleeps with in the night. But you see, in that court, leave it. We have seen the worst of judges. Omotosho is not among the worst of judges. Now, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers had enough time, enough space to cross-examine those mass witnesses, which we never saw during Binta and Nyako. We never saw it. And it made those witnesses now to start blabbing and blabbing, because it was clear that this is not what they wanted. They did not want this. Nyako did not want this, because it will tilt the case towards Nnamdi Kanu, and they want to prosecute this man. If not, they want to frustrate him. Anyone is okay for them. Cross-examining witnesses is not what she wants. But Omotosho allowed it in his court. Let's go on. Number 5 of what Omotosho did under 2 months. He had a very firm timetable for the cases. The hearings were scheduled with military precision. May 28th, May 29th, June 6th, June 16th, June 18th, June 19th. He just had his way of giving dates and keeping to them. In fact, he was even urging the defense and prosecution. He was even ahead of them all the time, like a leader. In fact, sometimes I said that he won't delaying him. You will see him always telling prosecution, do fast, don't waste my time. Bring all your witnesses. I want to end this case. This man has been in this dungeon for years. Whatever you are doing, do it under 3 court sessions or 4 court sessions. I can't allow this man be in cell for longer. That's a man. That's a man that knows what he's doing. Why are you doubting that? He was the one pushing themselves. In this country, I'm surprised, as you are. Number 6. Bail and detention matters re-argued. He reopened arguments on Kanu's detention, showing respect for constitutional liberty. I said it here. Omotosho always shouting, this man has spent too much time in this dungeon. Guys, he's showing openness. He's showing that he's a human rights judge. And I'm telling you that even if whatever he's going to do in this case, definitely I don't see Omotosho denying Nnamdi Kanu his freedom. I don't see it happening. I'm sure if they even request for bail, Omotosho will grant it. I'm telling you. Maybe they didn't want to request for bail all this while because they are chasing after something bigger. But if they had done so, like last week, Omotosho would have granted that bail. Number 7, courtroom equality. Omotosho treated both parties equally, which is a sharp contrast to Nyako's alleged favoritism towards the prosecution. We know that now. She's not even hiding it. She's not even hiding it at all. She does these things. She just shows that I am not for you. I am for this person. I am for the people that brought you to court. I'm not for you. So go and sit down. You are already a criminal. In fact, Nnamdi Kanu looked like a criminal in her court. But the court says he that alleged must prove. But Nyako herself has already found Nnamdi Kanu guilty before the prosecution. Look at him. They look at him like a terrorist. Just treat him like one. Imagine the other day he was granting an interview. He was making a speech in the court, expressing his grievances, and all they could do was to off the lights. They trust Nnamdi Kanu. He said you can off the light if you like. Doesn't stop anything. Doesn't change anything. Let's go on. Number 8. He enforced Supreme Court ruling in spirit. While following the Supreme Court order to continue the trial, he also acknowledged the illegal rendition as a contextual fact, not a footnote. Very clear. Number 9. He renewed public trust in Nnamdi Kanu's case. IPOB's legal team and civil rights observers acknowledged his neutrality, speed, and transparency. Now, according to IPOB Council statement on June 2025, they said, "We welcome the shifts in tone and fairness under Justice Omotosho. For the first time, we feel that we are heard." That's a wonderful one. That's a wonderful one. Imagine when IPOB comes out like this and speak for a Nigerian judge. Will tell you a lot. That they're even surprised though. Everybody's surprised that a Nigerian judge can behave like this, can try like this, going by what is going on in the country. IPOB had to come out to even at least acknowledge that at least their voices are being heard in the court, which is true. Because until today, I've not seen anybody come out to rant inside or outside and say this and that. Look at this judge, look at the judge. But back then, every day, Nyako, Binta. Her name was all over the news every day. Her name was all over the news every day. You will see everybody just angry with her. But since Omotosho took over, peace of mind. The trial is illegal, we know, but at least, since they are still saying that they want to try him fairly. And that's where we are. No problem. Till they can realize the illegality of this trial and just release this man, no problem. Let him face the trial. He's not afraid to face trial because he knows he will defeat the government. And the last one, Omotosho is definitely going to give judgment, unlike Justice Binta Nyako, who we all know was never, ever, I add one more ever again, ever going to give judgment. All she was doing was just stalling the case, keeping that man in the dungeon for 30, 20, 15 years. She does not care. Let him suffer. All they were doing was just suffering the man. That is just the truth. Because they felt like sending him to prison or giving him bail was doing him a favor. But keeping him in DSS is keeping him within themselves. And that is why I keep on saying it today, that Nnamdi Kanu cannot spend one extra day in the DSS dungeon. So that is exactly what we have seen. For the past 10 years, Nnamdi Kanu has just been used to play long tennis here and here in the courts, back and forth. They know very well that they didn't plan to do anything with him and has been dragging the case for 10 years. Even at the point where he was in exile, they still tried him in the courts to show you that they want to drag this man through the mud and through the gutters, but the man himself is formidable. The man himself is tough, he's strong. He is equal to a rock. He cannot be shaken. And he has stayed strong even till today. Look at him in court and see the way he's looking even stronger than them. More healthy than them. I challenge all his enemies to snap picture and put on social media. Let us see their faces now, as of today. All the people that brought him to this country, both people in Nigeria and those in Kenya, they should snap picture now or come out on video, do video. Let us see how they look as of today. I bet you, Nnamdi Kanu that is in the cell is still more healthy, fresh, and sounder than them. Freedom is not in the chains. Freedom is in the mind. Nnamdi Kanu is free wherever he is. To all the supporters around the world watching me from all the countries of the universe, I appreciate you and I say thank you very much. We have come to the end of this video and it's time to go. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Turn on notification and click on the bell that says all. I've been your host, Chi-Ne-Du. Thanks for watching this video. Till I see you next one. Peace.